Greetings, Budget Nerd here again. Today we'll be looking at a pretty neat projector. It's small, it runs on Android, and it's 3D capable. Stay tuned while we check it out. This is the Toumei K1 3D DLP Smart Projector. As you guessed, they sent it over for me to look at, but I'll let you know what I really think. It's priced at $297 on Amazon right now, and it will come with one pair of 3D glasses by default if you purchase from Toumei's site. But you can order more. It's a bit cheaper if you get it from Amazon, but you'll have to add the 3D glasses to your cart separately. Here are the specs. In the box you get the power brick, the tripod stand, which is actually pretty nice. You get an HDMI cable, the remote control, which is simple but works, and then you have the projector. It's about 1.5 inches tall without the stand and is about 7 inches long on all sides. You have quite a few options for controlling it on the top, and on the back you have the power port, USB port, HDMI 2.0, another USB port, and a headphone jack. And that's it. On the front you can see the small lens. As for the glasses, you pretty much get the USB cable for charging, the cleaning cloth, and the 3D glasses themselves. They're made of cheap plastic and it feels cheap. It all does bend quite easily. If you're careful with them though, they should last you a while. My glasses had no charge, so I plugged them in. They claim it has 2500 lumens, but I'm thinking it's probably not quite that much. It's good for its size, but 2500? You never know. I really should purchase a light meter. It has a projection distance between 1 and 6 meters with a 30 to 120 inch screen respectively. They claim it will encode up to H.265 at 4K, and here are the supported file formats. It has Bluetooth 4.0, will support Bluetooth speakers, mice, and gamepads. However, the games you could play on this would really only be casual at best. This 3D race game, Real Racing, never even got past the loading screen and just froze, but this isn't really what this thing's meant to do. It supports 2.4 and 5.0 GHz Wi-Fi, and they say it supports TF cards and an SSD disk, but I'm not sure how. I don't see any slots for any of those. The app to download, should you choose to use any of the screen mirroring features, is called eShare. It will let you do quite a lot. Now let's go over some of the neat and not so neat things about this projector. What's neat? Well, speaking of the app, the ability to share content from your phone straight to the projector is really cool. And aside from the occasional buffering on a few videos, it worked great. You have the ability to mirror your phone's screen to the projector, and mirror the projector screen to your phone, which was also super cool. The app will also let you use your phone to control most aspects of the projector remotely. I was actually pretty impressed with all of this. Other things I like, it has a manual and automatic keystone, which works well. It can also be hung from the ceiling, and you can flip the projection upside down for that. Those USB ports can be used to connect a keyboard or a USB mouse. The 3D feature is pretty cool. The glasses just worked without me having to mess with them at all. Bringing up the 3D options will let you turn on the feature and change a few parameters. I found that if the 3D effect isn't working well, you can swap the left and right image, and that will fix it for you. Certain videos need it on, some need it off. The effect works great, and it was a lot of fun. 3D in the home never really took off, but it's neat to have some products still offer it at a somewhat reasonable price. It's pretty quiet. You can hear the fan when it kicks on, but it's not loud. The image looks good, and it's pretty vibrant in the dark. The all-digital keystone and focus help you get a sharp image without the issues of poorly implemented analog keystones, which you sometimes find on inexpensive projectors. I like the stand. It works well. Most of the apps worked great. For example, we had zero issues with Netflix. And lastly, the startup sound was delightful. you might want to eventually turn it off.
I don't really understand the startup music.
What is not neat, nor not neat? The resolution is only an acceptable 960 by 540. Better than standard def, but not high def. It's okay, but when you start to enter the $300 range, I would hope for at least 720. It has Android 6.0 installed. It's unlikely it'll be updated much beyond this, so it will exclude you from some of the apps in the Play Store that will require a newer version of Android. The manual is built into the Projector, which is kinda neat, but if you're having issues with it, then no manual for you. And it's got a 1-year warranty. So, what's not neat? I'm not a fan of the ads for this Projector. Like so many, they throw around terms like 4K, 1080p support, and so on. You can give it these resolutions, but it will only display them in 540p. We had a few issues with some of the content playing on Amazon Prime Video. Some just wouldn't play. The games I installed were a bit hit or miss. One froze, as I mentioned earlier, and I couldn't do anything with another game unless I had a gamepad, which you could use, but I didn't bother. You're only casually gaming at best. YouTube froze on me from time to time. Usually it was fine, so it's not a massive deal breaker, but if you plan on using the native YouTube app on here a lot, do make note of that. Sometimes I had to power cycle it to unfreeze it. For some non-3D content, it would let you turn on the 3D settings. If you turned on the 3D for content that isn't 3D, it would do strange things with the image. This is understandable, but it seemed very hard to get it out of 3D mode in moments like this. I also had to power cycle it a time or two to undo the 3D mode. So to wrap it up, I like the Projector, but do give the not neat things we covered some thought. If none of that really bothers you, then it's a pretty good Projector with some fun features, and you can use the link in the description if you'd like. I also have 3D glasses linked in the description if you need some of those. Let me know what you think of it, and thanks for watching.